Excellent. Okay, here we are getting into the tough end of the season, and we had some news from the RFU today that only one team's going to go up. Has that had any impact on you guys, or is it just business as usual?
It's got to be business as usual, hasn't it, really? We didn't know where it was going to head to, and we can only sort of surmise, really, for a couple of months. Now we know. It's fair enough, I suppose. Going into the season, as we were just talking about, going into the season, it was only ever going to be one going up. And that's still the case, so all to play for still, really. Okay,
and we've had a couple of last-minute wins in the past couple of weeks. We had Roslin and then Bishop Stortford. So, as a coach, how does it feel standing on the side, waiting for them to get the last-minute win?
Well, yeah, that feeling's not so great, but the feeling when you get the win is obviously quite a triumph. Ferg's at home against Roslin 10 minutes ago. I think we were all thinking around the ground, is there a way back in here? But knowing the lads, knowing their sort of never give up sort of attitude that they've shown, the resilience they've shown throughout the season, it's sort of never say never with them. And they came through in the end. Again, the old cliche, it's just another game, another 4 points or 5 points, but it is. And then we moved on to Bishop Stortford, which they are a quality side. They like to play rugby, and we were on fire in the first 10-15 minutes. Everything we touched sort of turned to gold. It was one of those purple patches, if you like. But Bishop's got back into it, put us under pressure. We had a yellow card, but again, the resilience was there. The boys stepped up and got the win in the end. So
yeah, Bishop's was almost the polar opposite to Taunton, wasn't it? We just got off to an absolute flyer, 21 points up, and then Bishop's realised they were playing at home in front of their home crowd and picked themselves up, and off they went, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I think a side like Bishop's, the style of play that they play and the structure that they have, they're always going to move the ball, they're always going to run you around and keep going to the last minute. Every time we've been down to Bishop Stortford, it's been that style of game. So really, there's fixes there that we need to have a look at, and having a look at the review and just seeing what we need to do with that out there tonight and on Thursday. But other than that, we've got to be happy coming away with the 5 points. Yeah.
And we had again the last 2 weeks, 2 firsts, beat Roslin Park, which we hadn't done in the modern era, and we beat Bishops away from home. We've never won down there, so those have got to be at least a couple of positives to come out of that.
Yeah, and every week it's about improvement. Tony did a thing last week on continuous improvement with the squad, and that's what we look to do. And it's not just another week; it is a week where we look to improve, where we try and get better, and we'll keep doing that right the way through to the end of the season. So.
Okay, and the final thing I wanted to sort of just address, and it's something that's become more and more obvious as the season's gone on, and that's the culture of the team themselves. We've got young lads in there who were singing all the way back, who were joining in and getting involved. We've got some more senior players who are also getting involved, but the culture seems to have changed quite a lot in the last few years. Has that been a conscious thing?
Yeah, I think COVID has a bit to do with that as well. We trained together as a squad for almost 18 months without playing a game of rugby, and a lot of the guys who were here knew each other really well going into the season already. And normally those are the sort of ice-breaking times in pre-season, but we had a few wobbles early on, and a lot of work that's been done by, again, Tote, Briggsy, and actually trying to gel that a little bit, and the players all buying into that. It's easy, all well and good someone saying this is what we're going to do or how we're going to do it, but the players have all sort of bought into the mantra, if you like, and it's good. And we're seeing the outcome of that in a minute on a Saturday, and it's got a lot to do with that resilience that I keep talking about. They're fighting for each other. It's not just about turning up and playing a game of rugby and disappearing. They're really fighting to win for each other, which is really good to see. So.
Yeah, and that's been really noticed, I think, in the crowds that we're getting down at Hayward Road. People are, it's more obvious to them that that's what's happening, and I think it sort of translates after the game as well when people are, the place is bouncing, down there. So it's great to see.
it's definitely a feeling. You can feel it, can't you? And like you're saying, people are noticing that. It's reminiscent to sort of when we won National 2, really. It was a similar feeling. You get that feeling quite a lot when you're winning, which is good. But there's something that creates that as well, and it's everything that's going on behind the scenes. And it's not just players; it's also the people behind the scenes you don't see in front of the camera, and they're doing a lot to chip into that, you know, and right the way through the club, really, I think. So.
Yeah, loads of volunteers, and also you know, the ladies' team. We were down there on Sunday watching. You know, unfortunately, their first loss in ever in the league. You know, since they've started. But what were your thoughts on that game?
To be fair, it looked tough. It looked tough, and you know, the girls have done unbelievably well, obviously, and I think they'll obviously be upset about losing that game on Saturday. There's still plenty of distance to go for them. They could still claw that back and get back. Obviously, get back to winning ways is the first thing. But you know, it was a good game of rugby. I enjoyed it. It was nice to come down and support them, and hopefully I'll get to do it again soon. But yeah, just again, that never give up attitude and keep going. So.
Yeah, so Aoife did you hear her little talk under the posts?
Yes, yeah, I did, yeah. No, it's good, and they're all, again, obviously in there fighting for each other, and they want to win, you know, and that's the part of being in sport, isn't it? You know, they're not just there to make up the numbers. So, you know, you can tell it meant a lot to them. I'm not in the inner workings of all that, but, you know, I'm sure they'll bounce back, so...
Okay, brilliant. Thanks very much, Keepy, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.